Mr. President, at the outset, I would like to congratulate you, Mr. Tijani Muhammad Bande, on your election as President of the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly. I pledge our full support to your presidency, and I'm confident that with your extensive experience, you will be able to lead the deliberation of this UNGA session to a great success. Let me also commend your predecessor, Madam Maria Fernanda Garces, for her successful presidency of the 73rd session of UNGA. Mr. President, the international community is facing myriad challenges. Many parts of the world have been experiencing more frequent and severe impact of climate change, which has extensively affected the livelihood of the people globally. Heat wave has swept across Europe, while drought has prolonged in many parts of the world, but in others, flood has been extensive, inundated residential and productive lands. In this context, while developed countries may have been more resilient too and able to adapt to the impact of climate change, developing countries, and in particular, the least developed ones, are the most vulnerable, including, in particular, my own country. During the past 2 months, we experienced unexpected heavy rainfall as a result of tropical storm Pudo across the country, which has made nearly all provinces inundated, causing enormous damages to infrastructure, agriculture, and livelihood of the people. This has already costed millions of dollars to rehabilitate and restore the normalcy in the affected areas. Realizing the importance of combating climate change, the Lao government is focusing on the implementation of Paris Agreement. It is already mainstream its nationally determined contribution and integrating climate change and natural disaster risk reduction into the current National Socio-Economic Development Plan. In addition, our National Assembly has endorsed the law on disaster management, and it is expected to promulgate it soon. Currently, we are formulating national strategy on action plan on disaster preparedness and risk reduction. At the regional level, ASEAN also exerted common effort to address the impact of climate change and disaster risk management, among others. In this connection, we highly appreciate the United Nations support to ASEAN through the implementations of ASEAN-UN Joint Strategic Plan of Action on Disaster Management 2016-2020 and the Environmental and Climate Change Action 2016-2020. Having all these legal framework in place is not enough to combat climate change. Full and effective implementation of this instrument is the key, yet it would require joint effort at both national and international level to ensure such full and effective implementation. In this regard, as we commit ourselves at the national level, we would like to call upon the developed countries and all development partners to honor the commitment in contributing $100 billion per year to support the developing countries' mitigation and adaptation needs. Mr. President, peace and security is another important pillar that the international community must